Hello everyone. It's me again. What's wrong with me today? I wasn't planning 3 videos in one day. Holy cow. Um, but you see my girl Madonna back there? One of my friends drew her. Um, Very talented Terry King. Thank you very much. Um, he's a really good artist. But the reason why I'm making this video is I do my little crazy things, I do updates with my life. But you know what? I really thought, well, people that know me might be okay with it, but people who don't really know me don't give a shit because they don't know me. So they don't care what's going on in my life. So I decided to do something that would be helpful and useful. And there was two subjects I was going to get on, which is gay and pagan. Um, I'm going to start out with pagan lessons and explain how things is because I know a lot of people are very curious, but they don't know where to look, what to look for, who to listen to, and so forth, so forth. So I'm gonna try my best to give you the knowledge that I know. Um, I am a high priest, so I've been doing this for a really, really, really long time. Of course, I can't get into everything because I would be making a video every day for like years because religion is so much, and every day knowledge is power, knowledge is magic, and every day you learn something, whether you learn it yourself or from somebody else. But my first thing is if you are interested in a new religion and you're interested in pagan, there's different pagan religions: Wicca, shamanism, um, even really Hinduism and Buddhism, sort of. It's all a derivative from pagan. Um, I want to clear off some first things. If you're scared, pagans do not believe in the devil. We do have a horned god named Pan and Saranas, but they're not the devil. We don't believe that there is a devil. Um, that's a Christian idea to scare people into doing what they want them to do. So let me get that clear. Um, it's not devil worship. It's not evil. It's not from the devil. Uh, Paganism was actually the very first religion that's been recorded, and everybody was pagan until the Christian movement happened, and they burned all of us and made everybody turn Christian. Anyway, that's the long story. So I'll show you now that that's not it. And also my arm, um, right here. Let's see, right here. It's a pentagram, and a lot of people think that's the sign of the devil or the mark of the devil. It's a 5 point star and closing the circle, and it's called a pentagram. If it's on or drawn, it's a pentagram. If you wear it on jewelry, it's a pentacle. A lot of people think it's the devil. Again, it's not the devil. It's not evil. It is for protection. It protects us. It protects you. It's like a Christian's version of wearing a cross around your neck. It's therapeutic and it protects you. A lot of people say that the upside down pentagram is the devil worshiping. The pentagram can't be upside down because the points are equidistant. If it's a true pentagram, every point is equidistant, and so there's no way that it could be upside down. It's all the same. So you, I just want that out because that's one of the main things that scares people about learning this religion, because you'll see this symbol in everything, and you will use this symbol a lot, especially when you get into your craft, which later on. Um, right now, I want to introduce you to some books. Um, for beginners to read, I recommend anything but everything by Scott Cunningham. He's an amazing author. He explains it in terms, excuse me, he knows that a lot of people don't know. Other books already figures that you know certain things, certain vocabularies that Wicca pagans use, and when you're reading it, you're like, what the fuck, But to begin with, also, I strongly, strongly, strongly recommend Scott Cunningham. um, you'll learn all of the basics. As far as what we are, what we do, holidays, Sabbaths. Just it's really good. Once you get through his books and you're interested, then I have some books to recommend for you. There's 10 billion books out there, and I'm going to give you some of the books from my own collection that I have. Actually, my Scott Cunningham books I've actually gave out now to somebody that's interested in actually learning, so I don't have those with me. But I do recommend getting this. It's What's Your Wicca IQ? And it's by Laura Wildman. And when I first saw this book, I thought it was making fun of our religion. I thought it was like um, a guidebook for dummies, Wicca for dummies or something. Uh, but this book is a lot of information. I recommend getting it. I got it at a used bookstore for $5.50. Uh, very good book. I recommend reading it. And what it is, it has questions with multiple choice questions. Then it gives you the answer. So you learn a lot, especially a lot of the techniques, the moon cycles, the five corners, the earth, air, fire, water, spirit. It learns you about the history of Pagan Wicca. I mean, and it's not Wicca. It could be also any pagan. But yeah, I recommend that book. Um, I recommend this book for men, gay men, or men in general. It's called The Sons of Goddess. Again, I got it at a used bookstore for $8. It goes. I recommend any male, and really any female too, that believes that female is the only one who can actually embrace magic and become a witch. But this book gives lessons, especially for guys and gay guys, that the women, a lot of women in the pagan community think they're more powerful just because they're women, but men and women are equal, and this helps you because when you read some books, they don't even allow men to join in a circle or in anything. The men are just used for fertilization for the women hold all the power, but that's not true. This book is by Christopher Pinzak, and I really, really liked it because it explains a lot of things that guys are left out of, and women pagans should read it too because not only women can be witches, and not all women, men and women both hold the power to do different things. So, Sons of the Goddess, recommend that one. Um, I also recommend The Craft by Dorothy Morrison. Um, it's a witch's book of shadows, like her book of shadows. Um, a book of shadows, which I'll get into later, is a witch's personal, sort of kind of like a diary. Any spells, rituals, anything that you want to pass down to other generations, you write down in a book. You have a book and you just write it all down. And this is one witch's book of shadows, but her writing is beautiful. Dorothy Morrison is wonderful. She does what she's doing, and this gets after the Scott Cunningham one. I would get into this because this gets in more in depth of magic, spell work, rituals, and things of that nature. So I would read this one. It's a very easy book to read. It's not anything um, difficult. You'll be able to understand it. Um, Another book that I have is Green Magic. There's 3 volumes. It's by Anne Moora Oyumiel. Um, and it gives you folk magic, fairy lore, and herbcraft. I got these books and into them because I'm interested in herbalism and what different herbs does what different things. Because when you do spells or rituals, you use certain herbs, and there are certain herbs that help you and that. So that's the reason why I got it. There's 3 volumes of this, but it's excellent. It's a little you have to sort of kind of know your shit first before you get into this because this book's written like you already know the simple things, like Wenderson's. But you know what that meant? I didn't. Wenderson's means counterclockwise. Diesel or Diesel is clockwise. And they have words like that. They use vocabulary that they already expect you to know. So read up some more before you get into this because it is a little more difficult to read, but very good and very helpful, especially if you're interested in like making your own herb remedies, potions, whatever. Um, the other book I really, really love and I recommend is by DJ Conway. It's called Moon Magic. Um, and the moon and the sun is like the source of the energies that we get. Um, this has the meanings of the cycles of the moons. It has um, moon workings, which witches do, which I'll explain later on. Again, you need to be more in depth to read this because you probably won't understand it unless you went the fundamentals. So I'd recommend Scott Cunningham first because if you can read his books, because it gives you a whole vocabulary list, and um, the Wicca IQ book, you'll learn a lot of the terms of vocabulary and you'll understand what the other books say. Um, that's just from my personal collection. I have, oh my gosh, I have a whole bunch of books, but it's books that you don't need to get into until you actually know what the hell you're doing. Um, so yeah, that's my first lesson on paganism. It's already too long to go forward, so just to recap, lesson one, paganism or any shape, form of paganism, Wicca, shamanism, whatever, is not the work of the devil. Pagans do not believe in the devil. The pentagram or a pentacle is not evil. It's not a devil's work. There's no such thing as an up down side pentacle because the pentacles are equidistant to the points are, so there's no way that it can be upside down because no matter how you look at it, it's the same way. The pentacle and or the pentagram is something that's written or drawn. Pentacle is something you wear, and it's for protection. It's like a Christian's version of wearing a cross around their neck. Um, so our religion is not devil. We don't even believe in the devil. Um, you need to read as much as you can. And I recommend, if you're just beginning, I recommend Scott Cunningham. He has like 3 or 4 books out. Um, read his books first, because for these other books, like I said, they're written for people who are more advanced, who should already know what different vocabularies. Because they use pagan has a lot of different words that means the same as English, but it's different. So yeah, do that. My next lesson will probably be uh, just the history of Wicca, pagan, um, and I'll try to do a lesson a week. Try. We'll see. But until then, if you have any questions or comments, please comment below down here and subscribe to my channel. Um, and I'll try to answer them to the best of my abilities or give you advice as much as possible. It doesn't have to be about paganism. It can be about anything. And if I know it, I'll share it. Because one thing is paganism, a lot of reason why a lot of people don't know about it is because back in the old days, you couldn't have it written down. So it was passed down by word of mouth. And that's how folklore got started. And so it's just recently, like in the 19th century, it was actually okay to put down books and talk about it in public without being burned at the stake. So a lot of things, is you just have to do a lot of reading. Um, but anywho, that's the first lesson, first thing I want you to know, and I will see you shortly. Peace. And I is out of here.